What's up out there? We are going to take a look at Jotunnslayer Hordes of Hel. This is a Viking-themed Vampire Survivors style game. Very much what I would call a traditional Vampire Survivors game. You'll see that when we get into it. This is developed by Games Farm and Artillery, published by Grindstone. This is in early access. It released January 21st, 2025, priced at $9.99, currently on sale for $8.99 US until February 4th. There is a demo, or was a demo last I looked. In fact, I tried the demo out before I bought this, and I really liked it, so I ended up picking it up. The reviews on Steam are very positive, and I have had zero performance issues. So, first thing I need to point out is that the controls are keyboard or WASD. So if you do WASD, you can have your attack on whichever mouse key you want, however you want to put it on here, but everything else is on the keyboard. You cannot mix and match from what I can tell. So if I go to straight up mouse only, like I don't particularly like WASD. On an FPS game, it's fine, but games like this, I don't really like it all that much. This isn't too bad. I just don't care for it all that much. You can switch over to mouse. I think the default is WASD, but you can switch it over to mouse if you want. The downside is you can't put the dash on the spacebar if you do this. So I had to put dash on my right click and then put this weapon skill on the middle mouse. I don't really use the middle mouse button all that much, so I tend to forget it's there. But that's how I've got mine set up. It is WASD though, or it is available if you enjoy that. So I want to point that out. There is this skill shop. Now, this is not some free-to-play type stuff either. This is just as you generate coins in the game, you can come out here and convert those over to these points to put them in over here. Now, I don't really understand why you don't just get skill points for it. Like you have to convert the gold you get over. I don't know if there's something else you can spend gold on. I'm not exactly sure. As you complete each map, you will unlock these gems. These gems are used to buy upgrades for your characters, which we'll see in a second. But you've got the different classes. You've got Berserker, Seeress, Revenant, and Flame Sister. This is basically melee, magic, ranged, and then another magic. I'm not exactly sure why there's two magic ones on here, but pretty much your classic melee, ranged, and magic with an extra magic for some reason. But you can customize each character if you want, or you can go into the gods. You've got Thor, Freya, Loki, and Odin. They all have their own different skills. As you collect these skill points up, though, you can also buy into these passives. So like Odin here's got experience gained. I've got all into his, so I'm going to get extra experience for whatever build I play. He's also got extra attack damage. Loki's got movement speed and gold. Freya's got collection range and attack speed for passives. And then we've got Thor with max health and overall damage, all damage or whatever. There are also these little skills here, which I think if I read this in the upper right, it says when activated, the skill will be available within the standard in-game skill pool. I think some of these show up in there. So when you're playing, I think these show up. So like Lightning Strike, I know that does, but I don't know why I'm putting a point in here. Unless this gives it more damage and more range, I'm not sure. I kind of thought that I had to click on this to actually unlock it so it'd be usable. And maybe that's something that's going to get changed in early access. I'm not sure, but like I know for a fact I've used Lightning Strike, and like on Odin, I've used well, I don't know. Runic Boulder. I've definitely used Runic Boulder. But then there's like, I don't know. Not sure. But if you're looking at the top of the screen here, you'll see that it takes one skill point per one of these to put this on. To turn these on, you need 2. To turn these 2 columns here, you need 3 points apiece. And then this one takes 6 points. So you can save up your 6 points and collect that. Or you can go, spend 2 points on this or 1 point. I put all my 1-pointers into the various gods. Actually, you'll see that I've got all the different god passives aside from that one. I need to get some skill points up for it, but I tried to get as much of the god ones on here because they apply to all the different builds, and I've been trying all the different classes out to see how they go, so that's kind of how I've got mine rolled out. But this same thing works over here for the different classes. They all have their own buffs. So the Flame Sister, we've got extra crit chance, things like that put into it. So Let's see here. We'll go and join into a match here. Do I need to say anything else before we go? No. So we're going to go right into it. You've got your different classes here. So the Seeress, she's got like magical type abilities. The Berserker's got, you know, axes and things like that. You've got your ranged build, and then you've got your Flame Sister with the fire. Let's pick her. And then she's got different weapons. Each of these all have different weapons and skins. The weapons you unlock with these things here. So we'll just go ahead and unlock this Cultist Dagger since we're going to play with her this time. The next one, I have to get 10 of these things to unlock. And then for the skins, the different skins unlock, I'm covering it up, but unlock condition is when you complete Muspelheim on insane difficulty with Flame Sister. So there's different unlock criterias to get these to go. The next one, we go to the map selection. This Niflheim, you get Niflheim easy. You have to beat easy to get normal. And then once you beat normal, it unlocks this Muspelheim. And then from there, you have to unlock some of the other stuff. It is early access, so like Jotunheim is not unlocked. Svartalfheim isn't unlocked. I'm probably butchering these names. Helheim is, these are just not available in early access. I said unlocked. I misspoke on that. From what I can tell, there is a unique boss in each one of these. So if we go to continue, we've also got easy, normal, hard, and insane. You have to get insane unlocked, you have to complete this map on hard difficulty. We're just going to do a quick easy match so it goes quick. This is 10 minutes. Yeah, so these 10, 15, 17, 20 minutes. I don't want to do too long a one. And then these little modifiers, there's modifiers per map, and you get different, like you have to kill 10 Bone Jotun and Niflheim to unlock this one. Complete this on hard to unlock that. So there's a lot of different variety in here. Not only do you have to repeat the maps multiple times, or the replayability, I should say, is in completing the maps multiple times on different difficulties with different characters and all that. So there's a lot of progression here. And I've very much enjoyed all the time that I've played with this. It's played well. It's like I said, it's a very traditional Vampire Survivor style game. No airships, no sea monsters or anything like that. You're just wandering around killing stuff. So this reminds me a lot. I've been playing a lot of Diablo 4, and I don't mean this. I don't mean it to sound like I'm comparing this to Diablo 4, but this reminds me a lot of Diablo 4 with the character classes you've got, with the graphics it has. Like certain aspects of it remind me of Diablo 4, not the gameplay or anything necessarily, but just the way this all fits together. I like taking the golden discs from her. One thing I'm not quite sure of is why there's a 1, 6, and a 12 on here. I would expect like tier 1, 2, and 3, but I don't get what 1, 6, and 12 is. And some of these are different numbers on different ones. Like the first time I take this, it's going to be a 1. The second time it'll be a 6. I don't really get, before I get finished off with that conversation, these are little objectives, little quests that you're going to get. So we have to go get some mushrooms. They will show up on the mini map. You have to go collect all 8 of these mushrooms. So basically you just need to walk over to wherever this spot's at and go pick them up. Different gods have all kinds of different things. I think we're going to go with Odin on this one. We'll do the piercing spear. And we're going to make our way over to complete this, or gather up one of these mushrooms over here. Get that done. And then make our way around to the next mushrooms over here. And there's a variety of different objectives that you'll get. Like some are killing certain boss monsters. Some are collecting these things. There's like some portals you got to guard or something like that. Let's see. I like chain lightning, but I kind of like ball lightning too. We'll do chain. Was that on me being hit, or was that on monsters getting hit? Didn't quite pay attention. I could definitely stand to play this on a little bit higher difficulty. Normal is no joke. Like it was not hard, but it took me a few tries to actually be able to beat it. Let's see, we'll go take... I think we'll re-roll. Oh, we'll do a Flame Sister. We'll go ahead and do her class-specific one. I'm going to take an increased attack speed. So there's the class-based, and then there's the god-based. We're about ready to finish this thing off here. Okay, mushrooms are done. We got some gold for a reward, and we can just kind of wander around. There's going to be another objective pop up. Usually you'll get like 3 of them during a map, or during one of these matches. Okay, we'll take her again, and Flaming Ray. What's this down here? If you hit escape, it shows you down your weapon skills Fire Cloak. There's that blazing something or other. It says you can use it more often whenever you have one of those passives equipped. I don't know what that does. I'm still trying to figure out what certain aspects of this game do. Like you'll get when you hit level 10 or something like that. What level are we on? Level 6, level 7. I think when you hit level 10, you get like a class upgrade. And there are some of the choices in there that I don't quite understand what they're getting at, because there's some things that are pretty obvious, like you get increased damage, but then there's others that have certain skills, and I haven't memorized what all the skills are and everything like that. Damage inflicted by class skills plus 20%? Yes, please. I don't think you can replace the combat skills, which is pretty much what Vampire Survivors is like. Once you make a choice, you're stuck with it. So I've experimented with some things, and there's a little chest we're going to go down to over here. I've experimented around with some of these builds, but I try to stick, from what I've played so far, I've got about 3 or 4 hours into this. From what I've played so far, I try to stick with things that I can figure out. So if it says straight up extra damage or something like that or whatever, that's what I end up taking. Throw iron knives with successful evasion, daggers in a wide arc. I think I might take that. Enemies afflicted with a burn have a chance to create a flaming area upon death. That sounds pretty cool. Let's take that. But I've been trying to stick with things that I'm familiar with, because I'm trying to I was trying to complete some maps and get things unlocked, get my characters unlocked, things like that. Get this chest. This will give me some choices. We can get extra rerolls if we want. These are kind of handy. Just like Vampire Survivors, you can reroll the selection of stuff you've got. You can also get like elixirs that give you extra damage or haste or something like that for a small duration. You can also magnet all the XP coins up if you want. I think I'll do magnet, I guess. That'll get me leveled up. Then there's these little golden demon looking things. Those give you extra coins and stuff when you get those, when you kill those off. We'll pick her again. We will do daggers in a wide arc. Get some extra DPS options going here. Where's that golden thing at? Flew off this way. Make sure and go kill that, because it gives you a bunch of gold when you kill it. Get that knocked out. We've got another objective popping up. Oh, Graves of the Chieftains. So we got to go fight these 2 chieftains. Basically, you go stand on the grave and get them to pop out. And then once you pop them out, you fight them and kill them off. Let's see here. The middle mouse button is this. Oh, because I bought the class, so it's different. This is Fire Cloak. Okay, but this doesn't last all that long. So the other one, the original one that she starts with, is Meteor Shower, but it's a very small Meteor Shower. Or it doesn't last very long. It's kind of unimpressive. For like an ultimate skill, it just doesn't last that long. Then you got to wait on it to cool down. I guess it's enough to kind of help out a little bit here and there, but there's Blazing Soul. I don't know what Blazing Soul is. So if we come out here, I don't see Blazing Soul on here. Oh, Blazing Soul. Unstable and ever-burning soul has a tendency to randomly burst and drain life from enemies in the area. See, that's what I need to pay attention to. Like Inferno, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. I have to pay attention. I think that like that little dagger thing she's throwing, not the wave of daggers, but when she gets close, she'll start throwing a bunch of stuff. That right there, I think that might be one of her class skills. Yeah, I'm sure it is one of her class skills, but catch him on fire. I still haven't quite pieced it all together yet. Okay, so we've got our subclass we can choose. This is where I don't quite get some of these. Like this is Merciless, the Smoke Assassin. Mercilessly kill without a trace, all under the cover of clouding smoke. Slay chance plus 20s triggered on an attack. I'm not quite sure what that means. And then you get extra evasion, duration of 5 seconds, trigger of blazing soul. I'm not quite sure what that does compared to something like Flame Dancer, which is 100 plus 100% burn damage and 100% Inferno chance. So I usually stick with that because it does a lot more damage by the look of it. And then you've got like Ash Disciple, which gives you extra damage to the God skills, which is great. And then Blazing Soul is going to heal and bump up some damage. Let's try Smoke Assassin out. I just have no idea what it does, so we'll just check it out. Like, I don't know if you get... Oh, okay, so you do get a visual representation of what it is. I'm going to guess if I stand in that cloud, it's going to be a benefit. I'm losing life. I'm not paying attention very well, so we need to go eat some food. And you will handily see the food marked off on the mini-map. So we can just wander up here and go collect that. But like I said, it's your typical Vampire Survivor style gameplay. You're going to get waves of monsters that come out. And the difference with this one is with Vampire Survivor, well, you get the objectives and things like that. You got the different classes to choose from. You've got the different gods. Let's take her with golden discs again. So it does a few things a little bit differently. It's not exactly like Vampire Survivors, but it's got its own flavor on here, which is what I love. I love these kinds of games, and especially when they have their own, when they do something on their own, they don't just blatantly copy Vampire Survivors, but when they copy it and make their own, make it their own, you know what I mean? That's what I really like about this. Or games like this that have their own flavor. There are some merits to games that are basically set up exactly like Vampire Survivors, but have their different theme or something. But, you know, there's only so many of the same variation of the same thing you want to see. It's always good to have some different variations in here. We'll take the magnet again on this one, continue forward, blast all these guys off here, level up again. We'll do Flame Sister, and we could do Flaming Ray or Dance of Daggers. I think we'll do the dagger one. Goes from 5 to 9 daggers. Oh, we're about to level up again. Okay, Flame Sister. Let's see here. We could do increased attack speed again. Let's do that. Not 13 daggers. Ooh, I should have taken that. That's a pretty wide arc of the dagger skills. I can dig it. I like this smoke stuff. You could probably just stand and get some evasion based out of it. I'm guessing that's what it's for, is more defensive. I tend to take a lot of offensive stuff. Kill it faster, you know, the faster you kill it off, the less damage you take. That's my philosophy. But that doesn't always work out. Sometimes you want to take some actual defensive layers. I'm not very good at that. Okay, we've got another objective coming up. This will probably be the survive freezing or something like that. Let's see. We'll do Thor. I guess we'll just do ball lightning. Have all kinds of stuff going off. Next objective is winter. So this one's kind of odd. You have to go to this area. Now, right now, it's only showing this one area, but there's a little plus sign that shows up when, or not this, you'll see it here in a second. there's this, which you have to take, and then usually there is some other area that pops up with like a horn. There it is. There's that thing up there. I don't exactly know what it is. And for some reason, when you do this on easy, you get that, and then you get this plus sign over there. On the other difficulties, you get them both at the same time, and I don't quite get why that is. I don't know if you're supposed to go to that thing, pick that up, and then go up to this one up here. I'm not certain on it, but this one shows up because you're in this freezing mode. Now we'll do some other golden discs, get more of those going on. Just all kinds of stuff going on the screen. So you go over to this horn. I don't know if that I guess it heals you. I wasn't sure if it took time off of the frozen status or what. And then you'll get this little boss guy that comes out and he'll throw some stuff out. Some of these guys throw out some really annoying homing missiles. Curse of Winter's done. He's dead. We're good. Some health out of it. We get choices here. Let's, Essence of the Gods. Mysterious Essence of the Fogs from however you say that. Where the gods themselves create a god skill upgrade. You know what? We'll take that. Increase collection range for experience and items. Okay, well, whatever. I'll take it. Now it's ready. We are ready to spawn the boss. So you're going to get this big arena. There's going to be a wall around it, so you can only go so far. I think as you increase the difficulty, the arena gets smaller because we leveled up. Let's see here. Don't really care. We could do heal 10 HP when we pick up gold. Let's re-roll this. Go to Thor and more ball lightning. So this wall here, all that on the outside there, that's basically set up here for the boss fight. And like I said, I think it gets smaller when you fight it on harder difficulties. I think. I didn't really notice it until I came back to start recording for this, and then I was like, that seems a lot bigger than a lot more forgiving than the other ones are. There is a different boss for that other map that I've got unlocked, but that boss is tough. I ended up dying on him, so. But yeah, I've got this flame ability. Light that thing on fire. Forgot about that. These bosses, this boss doesn't really have a lot of attack types for the most part, so it's kind of hard to take damage from him. If you just stay out of his way, you don't really get hurt by him. The other one hurt a lot. Now, on the normal and, well, normal. I haven't tried the harder difficulty yet because I just got through normal. But on normal, a lot of ads will fill the screen. So not only do you have to deal with him, you have to deal with all the stuff coming in, all the little trash mobs coming in. But that is what a round of this looks like. You get done with it, you spit out to the main menu. I mean, you could retry it. I've never tried retry, so I don't know if it just takes your build right back in, or I'm presuming it skips the skill shop here. You go in here, you buy some coins. Did we buy them? Okay, so we can buy a couple of them in here. And we've got 2 skill points to apply. I don't think there's anywhere that I can put 2 skill points, though. Yeah, those are all spent. I could go into her, and we could do Blazing Soul burn chance plus 14%, or we could do critical hit chance. We could also increase movement speed. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Make her go faster. But anyway, that is Jotunnslayer Hordes of Hel in a nutshell. It's a cool game. I've had a lot of fun playing it. I love Vampire Survivor games. They're just nice games to sit down. Vampire Survivors has like a 30-minute survival mode. This has got 15 to 10 to 20, whatever it is. Like, it's a much more reasonable survival mode. So if you have just a short amount of time, you can pop in, play it real fast, and get out. I love that. I mean, I love Vampire Survivors, but it can go on for a long time, especially if you're doing well. You're into it for 30 minutes. So not all of these have that massive long timer. And like I said, I like the variety in these. This looks good, plays well. I can't wait to see where all this goes, and it's at a good price. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.